trap. Cirillo, that one's into the body of the keeper and safe. Scurried away momentarily, but the tomahawk strike goes home from Glenn Simpson. And the Melbourneian scores Australia's opening goal of the Champions Trophy in his hometown.
No wonder he's smiling. It's a pretty good moment, isn't it? Has never played here before in front of his home crowd. And here he is on the rebound. You'll see initially a good save, and I think Fergus Kavanagh missed the ball. Wilson it was, gets out the way, and Simpson good enough and just took his time to get balanced. And these players are so proficient with their tomahawk. You'll see here the initial rebound missed. Players get out the way, including Russell Ford, Simpson down low. Enough room to score.
Yet another penalty corner, a bit wider this time. Carroll down low, deflection. Wetton, yes, eventually. Wetton eventually scores and Australia doubles its lead. He had to work really hard to push it home, but he does beat Van Asch, and the Aussies go 2 ahead.
Well, here's a new character on the national scene, Jake Wetton. Another great moment there as he scores a lovely little poacher's goal, but gee, it took some work, didn't it? A number of attempts. The variation here, Carroll goes wider, tried to open up the speed, and Belgium did well to defend. First shot followed up by the little tip in. In the end, it just had to go in.
Well, it was his third attempt to put it in. There was a bit of post in it as well, but eventually on the reverse stick, Jacob Wetton, Brisbaneite putting it home.
Decoys at the far post. Is it going to be Dwyer? They fire it in. It's fired in by Gavels! He scores! The crowd rises. Australia take a 1-0 lead. They get it right for once. And it's Kieran Gavels who scores his 26th goal for his nation.
Oh, well done, Kieran Gavels. Just the sheer power. They tell us he's the most powerful flick in the team when he's going. And this one's an awkward height. Keeper waiting to see whether it's going to be high along the ground. It was in the middle. No wonder he's excited. He's actually worked very hard all night, Kieran Gavels. He's really been competing hard, and that's great reward for him.
Ford gets it in. Well, that's good work from Weir. Oh, and then he loses his footing. Wilson, Dwyer, surely! Yes! Yes! First goal of the tournament for Jamie Dwyer, even though England's going to refer. Round a trap as Ford brings in. It's Cirillo! Yes! That's 2 for Australia! And the big dog scores in front of his home crowd.
That's a great feeling, very important goal, but a great one for Chris Cirillo's confidence. Beautifully executed, great push out and a real drive in this, and the height. Pinner's a tall man, but the speed and the height beat him. Probably the first one of the tournament we've really seen him get onto as he just drives through that ball and just kept climbing. Impossible. Great goal, Chris Cirillo.
Really happy about it.
They're building up from here. This is the key semi-final. They're going to go down. Cirillo drives. It's knocked in by Dwyer. He punches. He scores. And the man with the rich pedigree in the game takes Australia away to a 1-0 lead very early on in proceedings.
Oh, you've got to love him, Jamie Dwyer. He does it when it counts. Look at the quickness there. Doesn't matter how they go. He don't have to look pretty, but he was on the spot. You see Cirillo with the initial flick. It misses the runner out, makes the... Oh, in fact, that might have come off the shin pad. Umpire.
Otnuri beating Lau. He limbers up. It's good to like Shelling, please, though, for Dwyer. He moves in. 2-0.
Well done, Jamie Dwyer. Deserved that goal after 3 attempts. Again, just getting himself into the goal-scoring positions in the first place. That's what makes him the champion. Well, there's lots of reasons that make him a champion, but he just, in a big game, he's always the one that's leading the way. Interesting tackle, wasn't it? Just shoved him over. Not sure what Linda was doing. Just a little wrist juice there by Dwyer with that flick. Sent Pottery the wrong way.
The blessing is it's just getting a little bit cooler for both teams, so that might make things easier near the end of the game. Wetton with a chance. He's got Mitten in the centre. Can he find Mitten? He lays it back. Still a chance. It's into an open net from Govers.
Well, he was involved in the play a few seconds ago. That's the best way to answer it.
3-0 to the Australians. Kieran Govers scores his second goal of the tournament. And up to 27 goals now in 60 matches for the Australians. It was simply set up, and he fired at home.
Well, again, Jake Wetton, the man, getting himself into a dangerous position. I was just about to talk about him a few seconds ago. He continues to get into those spots, and Mitten as well, heavily involved in that first bit of the second half. And great running from Govers to get that extra player into the circle.
The Australians. It's going to be back now. Oh, a little mistrap, but away to Govers, teased away, slid in beautifully by Ford. That's a great goal. It's a wondrous goal for the Australians. They level it up, and it's Rusty Ford with a sneaky alternative after the ball trickled outside the circle. I'm not entirely sure that was meant, but the recovery was brilliant.
I think the word wondrous is the right one, Wilco, because that wasn't the set play. It was the alternate. Once you missed the trap, the idea is to roll it wide and it gets underneath Stockman. That's the key. And Ford kept it along the ground. He can't slap that above the keeper and was quick enough to get it under him.
They race up too, the Australians. Well, that was an error in goal, you'd have to say, but it's not going to be costly, is it? No, it's a 16-yard. Baisley, well, he had no way of knowing that it come off the player. Forward, Ockenden, oh, mesmerising again from Ockenden. It's glued to his stick, feeds it back in. Well done to White. Forward now to Govers. They queue up the Australians on the top of it. Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! What a goal! What a win! The Australians celebrate a master strike. The Australians win a record 5th consecutive Champions Trophy. Crowd explodes. Dejection for the Dutch. They lose 2 major finals in half a year. Absolute jubilation. The golden goal is, in the truest terms, a golden goal. Neve Owens with the score at 2-1. Australia win.